Hi, loves. How is everybody today? Hope you're doing well. By the way, guys, if you don't know what we're doing today, obviously I'm doing makeup because, you know, I like to hop on Twitch sometimes and just do my makeup videos. And then I like to do all of my gaming on Facebook. So I realized that, like, the way I like to do these live streams with just like chatting and doing the makeup, I like that for live, but it doesn't make for very much good YouTube content, because if I'm not chatting or like showing the product or showing how I do anything, it's basically just like a fast video of me doing my makeup, right? So today you guys are gonna help me learn and help me practice how to tutorial. So remind me to show the products. Please ask questions about the products so I can ask, like, even if you already know and you're a girl in here and you already know the answer because I've probably answered it before, ask it again and I'll answer it so we can edit it into the video. What else? Remind me if I'm not showing something or not explaining something, just remind me to. And that should be about it. So if you missed the last stream, or if you didn't watch the YouTube video, you saw that we did some shopping online of some makeup that we were out of and some new makeup to try. One of the products was the Wiz Pencil by Anastasia, which I used before, but I used the color Granite, which was like almost black. Like, this pencil is black. It almost came off on the skin, like the color of my headset. Like, it was very dark. So I got a new color, which is medium brown, and I tried it yesterday for the first time, and it works very well with my skin tone. So we're gonna use that today. Here is another product that we ordered. This is the eyeliner that I use all the time. This is Kat Von D. I think you can do it like this. This is Kat Von D Tattoo Liner, my favorite. I will be using that today as well, so I'll be able to show you. Here is the other brow stuff that I use. I use the Anastasia Brow Wiz crayon to draw my brows out and kind of like pull them further inside, because I like my brows a little closer on the inside, like where the nose bridge goes. Where my hair and my tattoos are pretty old, so they used to be in here, but they kind of faded out a little. This is the Tinted Brow Gel. It's by the same person, Anastasia Beverly Hills. It is Tinted Brow Gel. I got a new color in this as well. This is called Chocolate. I have not used this yet. We're gonna try it today for the first time, and hopefully it comes out okay. Hopefully it goes with like my skin tone color, because like I said, I was also using the Granite color in this, which was very dark, so I'm trying to lighten my look up a little, to kind of like go more with like my skin tone and my hair color. And like, it's summer, we need more cool tones. Fresh concealer, girl. I got some fresh concealer. I use this product, which is Creaseless Concealer by Tarte. I'm very pale, so I use light beige. One of the best concealers I've ever used. I got some more primer because I was out of primer. This is the primer I use by Fenty Beauty. Kind of hard to see because the camera doesn't really focus that much on the label, but this is what it looks like, Fenty Beauty. And this is the Pro Filter Hydrating Primer called Soft Silk. Comes in the box like this. If you use it in moderation, because a little goes a long way. If you use this in moderation, it'll last you a lot longer. So the product is worth the price though. So if you look that up, I got 2 new tattoo liners because I use eyeliner the most. So I went ahead and got myself 2 of them. I did get this nude product to try, little sparkly box. This is Urban Decay Heavy Metal Glitter Eyeliner. Somebody spoke pretty highly of this product, so we're gonna try it out. Comes with a very, very small tip on the brush, which is cool. This is a new product I got to try as well. I've never tried this, but this is Norvina Collection Electric Cake Liner. I got this because the Norvina palettes are the palettes that I use every day to do the eyeshadow. So why not try these? Oh, that's so cool. I thought it was 3 different ones. It's not. It just kind of twists open like this. Comes in orange, white, and purple. So I'm excited to use these whenever my tape finally comes in. And I even got a very small brush from Sephora, Pro Brush Liner. So it's a liner brush. I'll be using that with this once that tape comes in. All right, so first product that I'm using is Soft Silk Fenty Beauty Primer for my face. You don't really need any more than that if you use this product, because like I said, a little bit goes a long way. It's very silky smooth. This is probably for people that have drier skin. There is one that Fenty Beauty sells that is for more oily skin, which would be a better product for people with oily skin to use than this one. And this primer is just to help keep my foundation on all day, especially when you sit in front of ring lights all day. All right, so this is my favorite foundation that I use. This is my foundation. This is Lancome Ultra Wear. This is the best foundation that I have ever used. I've been through foundations from drugstore makeup, Walmart, whatever, to I've used Tarte, I've used Too Faced, I've used Benefit, I've used something as expensive as Dior, D-I-O-R. I don't really know how to pronounce that. This is the best foundation I've ever used, and I use about that much because it goes a long way. It's a light wear. You can put more on the more coverage that you want. But since I use other products on my face, I don't put that much foundation on. And you'll see why. I've also used several foundations in different ways. I found that applying foundation for myself, the best way is by using a beauty blender. When you get these, you need to wet them, obviously. I use beauty blender soap to like clean the old makeup off, and before I use them, and make sure they're like soft and squishy instead of like a... Here's what a new one looks like. See how it's small, and it's not that squishy because it's dry. Well, when you wet them, they grow and they become a lot softer. Like this is this size before you wet it. This is why it's important to wet your beauty blenders, because it makes things blend easier. But I've also tried foundations applying in different ways. Like with a brush, I feel like the brush eats most of your foundation, and I find that I go through my foundation more when I use a brush because it sticks to the brush and then it leaves brush strokes on your face. A beauty blender doesn't do that. So that's why I use a beauty blender, and I find that's kind of important to tell. All right, what I'm doing now is applying my favorite concealer, which is this Creaseless Concealer by Tarte. I like to highlight my T-zone, which here is where I get a lot of redness throughout the day because I sneeze or like scratch my nose, etc. Obviously, you want to cover your dark circles. My chin area is where I have like scars, old scars from like chickenpox when I was a kid. And I highlight my forehead because I darken the areas around it to make it look smaller. Because if you got a big forehead, I mean, you know, what can you do? All right, and then I take a separate beauty blender, one that I did not use for my foundation, to blend my concealer in. So whenever you're blending in your concealer under your eyes, so it doesn't get too clumped underneath, you want to like beat down. You want to like try to bring that concealer down like right where your like smile ends, in kind of like a triangular shape on your eye. This concealer is really good for covering any blemishes that you don't like, but as you can tell, it's a little oily looking on the skin. So to fix that is, I'm gonna apply this. I'll show you how to fix the oiliness of this concealer afterwards, but this product is just it's another foundation. So if you don't really wear a liquid foundation and you just want like a light coverage, this would be good for you. This is a multi-use complexion powder. So it's technically a foundation powder if that's what you wear instead of just like liquid foundation. But I put this over my liquid foundation to give myself some more color. So like this would be I use it all over, but I kind of use it as a bronzer to darken myself a little bit since I'm so pale. I also use this to blend in my neck to my skin color whenever I start to add bronzer and like blush and highlighter to my cheeks. Sometimes my neck looks a little pale, so I use this powder to blend this in. But anyways, I use this just to give myself a little cover. I don't put it over my T-zone where I just put concealer, because you still want this to be white. Not white, but lighter. I don't put it over my T-zone where I applied concealer. I actually put this product, which is the best product in the freaking world. Not kidding. This is called Long Time No Shine Translucent Loose Setting and Mattifying Powder. This is what it looks like on the bottom. It's like a little white powder. This is the top of it. But this is a product by Lancome, which is the same people that, the same company that I get my foundation from. Anyways, so to get rid of that oily look that your concealer gave you, you set it. It also helps keep your concealer on all day. Now we have like a full coverage face, right? But now we need color. We need to add some color and some dimension, which would be contouring, right? I don't really contour my face, but I do like to add color, which would be like bronzer, blush, highlighter. So I take this, and this is actually a Cheek Stars kit that I get from Benefit, which I love because it comes with highlighter, blush, and bronzer in it. So you don't have to like go and buy all those products separately. So, like, it's a good product where all of them come together, where you can just spend one chunk of money on one good product with everything you need in it, instead of going out and trying to find the best bronzer or the best blush or the best highlighter, because it all comes together. So what I like to do is I darken my cheeks up. Hold on, advertisement, sorry. I darken my cheeks up a little to give them some color. And I do under my chin and under, you know, like where your jawline is. Kind of slim that back. You know what I mean? I've had this blush for a very long time. I use the blush in this palette pretty often, but I've had this blush for so long because it was like the perfect color for me. It's Nars Orgasm. Orgasm. I don't know if y'all have ever seen this line, but it's very good. But I apply that right above where I applied like bronzer, and then I apply a highlighter on the top, and I highlight like right by my eye and a little down to the cheek. Smiling also helps when applying any kind of bronzer, blush, or highlighter. You want your cheekbone highlighted, and girl, mine's popping. All right, so here's the Anastasia Brow Wiz Pencil. Well, it's called a crayon. This is medium brown. And I love this thing because it comes with a brush on one end and the crayon on the other. So I can like take it, brush out my hair. I'll kind of smooth out. Also, I'm super loving the trend right now with eyebrows. Girls are actually shaving off the edges of their brows, like the edges of their brows, and drawing them on the way they want. And it looks so good, but I can't do that because mine is tattooed on. Oh, product that I'm about to use. I've kind of drawn out the way I like my brows to look with the crayon, the Brow Wiz crayon. Now I'm going over it with the Tinted Brow Gel. This is a new color. It's called Chocolate. So I'm gonna see how it looks, and hopefully it's not too dark. Oh wait, I think it actually complements this pencil color very well. I need to go back in and like fill in my spot right there. I'm gonna continue with this brow gel first. So this is actually a new primer that I started using. It's called P. Louise Base. I actually found this product from a lot of YouTubers online and beauty gurus on Instagram that I see use this. So I decided to try it for myself. And so far it has worked out very well. It's a very good primer. Very light, moves very easy. So I just kind of dab that on the eye first. And then I take my brush, a flat brush like this, and I spread it. All right, so I think I'm going to use this one, which is Norvin collection. This is volume 1. Since we're doing a smoky eye, I'll be using like the black in here and the white in here. And if I decide to add a little purple, it'll be perfect to have this palette open. And then we're also going to use the Norvin collection, volume 4 this one is, because it's also got some pretty browns and grays in here with some silvers and shimmers for the cut crease. For those of you that asked about my lip color that I use, it is the Kylie Lip Kit. This is the matte one. This is the original color, Kylie. The soft nude, but it's my favorite lip color that I actually wear every day because it goes with everything. I don't like to overline my lips. I line my lips exactly where my lip rests, but I do line a little thicker before I put the lipstick on, because I find that the lipstick sticks very easily to lip liner. So I find that it lasts longer throughout the day if I overline towards the inside instead of the outside. I'm just gonna go ahead and start off with adding black since we're doing a smoky eye. I'm gonna use the newer technique that I learned a little while back by taking a smaller brush. I don't have tape right now, so I use my finger. Little life hack right there. So what you do is you kind of just stamp the black first, like this. If I do any other color besides black, like if I just add a little black, I won't stamp it like this or that thick. The reason I stamp it like this is because I will go back and take this blending brush and spread lightly, kind of buffing it out. Spread it up a little. Make sure it's not sitting super heavily anywhere in the corners. So I can go back and add as needed. But whenever you buff out a color like this, by blending it out first, spreading it everywhere, it's much easier to add another color on it or on top of it or with it when you've done your best to spread it as far as you can. I also don't focus too hard on like the corners of my eyes. See like right here how there's like a small patch where it's like missing some? I don't focus too much on that because I wear a heavy black wing, and the wing sits there and kind of covers that. So I think that with the smoky eye, we'll add this pretty color that I really like, that I use pretty often. It's kind of like a nudish, got a little bit of a purple tint, like a mauve almost. And here's where I kind of bring my lighter color up to my brow. Because instead of having a sharp edge, it's very, I think it's prettier to kind of like buff out your shadow to your brow, like bringing it all the way up. And I'll leave like a small line like this above to highlight with like a highlighter or like a shimmery color, or even sometimes if I want to add like another color, I'll do like a purple under my eye and like blow it out, and then I'll go and add like a light purple right above my brow just to kind of match. That's the style that I like. That's not how you have to do things. This is actually one of my favorite shades in all of my palettes because it just Like, see how I put the black on first to where it's a lot darker. If you don't use black with this shade, it's actually like a super light colored mauve-y brown. I don't really know how to explain it. It's like a really pretty neutral shade. If you were wanting to do like a nude eye or a nude blend, it's very pretty. It's B5 in the Norvina Volume 4. I probably do things a little different, and you know, that's totally okay if you do things different. But I'm gonna go ahead and cut out where I want my cut crease to be. I'm gonna go ahead and do my cut crease, which I take this, this is Kat Von D white out. But whenever you do a cut crease, it's very easy to just stamp some right here on the bottom line and then look up, and then you have your shape. You have your shape of where you're gonna fill in. All right, so now I kind of have like where I want my cut crease to be stamped, like my shimmers, my lighter color. I'm gonna do the other eye. And like I said earlier, I usually leave that small area right above the brow, or I'm sorry, right below the brow, to blend in the color that I usually add to the eye. So that's what that space is there for. And as you'll see now, I kind of lost the shape of like a circular shape here. So what I'll do is I'll go back and just add a little bit over it, because whenever you add a light color in, it usually covers. And then we'll make sure that looks exactly like it looks right now. Perfectly blended. I think I'll do a silver on the inside. Then I'll go back and take a flat brush. This one's kind of it's a flat brush, but it's kind of puffy. The Jeffree Star brush. Pretty good one. And this is where I'll go and add the shimmer on top of the concealer. I add the concealer, one, because it gives a good baseline on where to put stuff, on where to put eyeshadow. And two, because it helps shimmer stick. So I just put like a small shimmery silver. Now I'm gonna go in this corner, right on the edge, and pack a little bit of a purpley shimmer to kind of go with the theme. Like so. Pull this look together some more. We're gonna go and add the liner, because trust me when I say that the look looks like shit until you add it. But I use the tattoo liner by Kat Von D. Boop. And this is a fresh, brand new one, so I can't wait to see how it pans on. This is also good news that we're doing liner, because that means we're almost done. Also, a small little tip on how I do my liner. What I do is I do my bottom line first, and then I kind of stamp my lash line right here to where I want the top line to meet. That makes sense. All right, my last step here now is, since we're done with the full look, I'm gonna go in with some magnetic eyeliner. I don't know if any ladies in chat use the magnetic lashes, but I do, and I love them. So this is the magnetic eyeliner, and instead of using this brush, because it's kind of or it might be hard to focus, but it's kind of thick and it doesn't bend very well. It's not very brush-like. So I actually take an old eyeliner that's empty, that has a felt tip on it, and use that to get closer to the eye, which I need to get closer to my mirror to apply. So, and I just put the magnetic liner like right where I put my winged eyeliner. You put too much of that magnetic liner and it can hella hurt whenever you try to take that lash off. Like, it don't feel good. Feels like you're ripping your skin off. And here we are with the completed look. What do we think? Come and hang out with me, fb.gg/QueenEliminator. Love you guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you. Bye. Bye-bye.